All right, guys, it's time to talk about some sad news. Have we seen the last of LeBron James?
Oh shit!
Is it over?
Did he not look that good in the finals?
He looked really rough.
How much money? How much money did you guys lose?
Maybe like
We lost $3,000.
Oh shit.
the opportunity of 3,000.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. So what? You were gonna win 3,000? That means you put like $50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what the heck?
At the beginning of the season, it was great.
It was lit. It was a good ride.
It was a really good
Bro, it
ride.
was a good bet.
Hey, we're still on the Celtics ride, or we're still on the Pacers ride, so
We are.
we're
$50 could have turned into $3,000.
yeah, it was a long shot.
That's
Did you do the
nice.
same bet for other teams, like from the beginning?
We did
Celtics.
Yeah.
What are the
to
payouts
hedge.
for the other ones?
It's like
That was
300.
we're hedging our Laker bet with that
Exactly.
one.
Yeah.
Smart though.
So we just get our investment back with like a little cheddar on the top.
Did you guys bet on the Lakers to win after Luka?
No,
Before.
we bet before the season started.
Day before the
You
first
guys
game.
locked in those odds. That's legit.
Yeah, plus 2,500. But now
How do you know like which one's gonna make it off the playoffs and everything?
we
You
don't?
don't. That's the whole point
Yeah.
of like the odds.
Yeah.
Which is why we're gonna bet on the Indiana Fever to win the whole series.
Yep, that's the next big one. We're gonna bet Indy to. We're gonna do that. When did that start? Like next week or something like
I
that?
think it starts real. Well,
Yeah, real soon.
Are we all gonna do it together, or are you guys gonna be selfish boys and do it by
We'll
yourselves?
do it with you. You guys
We're
gotta
doing
give
it
me
together,
money.
but you got to respond in the group text once every while.
Yeah. Thank you.
Why is this about me now?
Yeah, let's talk about this.
not
This
about
seems
me.
way juicier.
Subin's in there. He never responds.
He's not in the group chat.
He's not.
He never responds.
If you looked at the group chat, you'd see who's in there.
I swear to God, I saw SB.
He was just.
Steve B.
I'm talking about Steve Greene. That's SG.
Steve Bean. That's not.
It's not my name. Yeah.
Stephen
Bean.
Ball Green.
Close. It's actually pretty close.
He's like, I thought it was a SB.
So that's what the episode's about Nick ignoring his friends?
That's there. All right, LeBron. It's not okay. The argument is that LeBron wasn't doing what he normally does because LeBron was
40.
letting Luka.
Oh yeah.
I think that was a huge move.
And it's the chemistry.
Yeah.
But
He
in the
just
fourth quarter, he wasn't scoring at all.
Yeah, he wasn't. He does look a little old,
Right.
but they're still playing him for like 40 minutes.
yeah, that's a lot. So it's reasonable to.
And we got no big guy. So like LeBron's the big
Yeah,
guy.
that's the
40.
biggest problem.
What's his age?
40.
And he'll be 41 next season. So is it over?
He's the oldest player in the league. He's been playing over 20
Is
years.
he older than Robert Parrish when he retired?
Robert Parrish.
I feel like Robert Parrish was like 60.
I don't know about
Fuck
that.
out of here.
No way.
I don't think he's the oldest guy to ever retire. I just think he,
Oh, okay. He's the oldest current player.
40 minutes and shit.
yeah,
Yeah,
playing 40
yeah.
minutes.
Which
and
is a
still
lot.
has a high scoring average.
Yeah,
Like,
he put up 40 the other day.
Damn.
But the game is pass it to LeBron, and then I think they figured out the game.
I don't think they lost because of LeBron. I just think they lost because it's like they're still, like you said, they were supposed to get a center early in the season.
Yeah.
They didn't get him. And then on top of that, it's like Luka's still new with the Lakers squad. I feel like you need a year with a new team
you see
before.
what he just they just had a post season interview with him after the games and stuff, and they're like, who do you guys think you need to get in like the off season? What do you guys need in the off season to be a more effective team? And he's like, I've seen what you guys do. Like, I'm not saying anything. Last time AD said something, he got traded, so I'm not saying anything.
Smart.
That's fucking hilarious.
Who said that, Luka?
LeBron said that.
Oh, LeBron said that?
Because LeBron don't want to be like just like saying like, I think we should get, and then he gets traded. That's
Right.
like crazy.
Robert Parrish was 43, by the way, when he retired.
That means LeBron's probably going to go until 44 just to have that stat.
Yeah.
Just to be better.
44. That's pretty impressive.
He's a stat collector.
That's very
Still could
impressive.
be- he still could do it though. Like if he keeps this up and they just kind of manage the minutes, because now they have Luka, so they don't have to rely on him all the time. That's the reason why they got Luka, because he's going to be the next
And
big star.
LeBron's true skill now, because it's not the just physicality, is he's just got really high b-ball IQ.
Yeah.
The way he just knows how to like orchestrate things or like draw fouls on people or like make the refs feel a certain way. Like he's just really
Like when he lays on his stomach and going like this on the ground after falling.
good though. Like it's
The best.
effective as
And
heck.
the one they just caught him with, where he's like doing this shit.
Bro, it's crazy to see the gamesmanship. Like,
Yeah.
for NBA, you have to play that game because you have to draw foul. That's such a big strategy in all the games. So it's like they kind of do have to play that way, even though it is like abysmal to watch.
Yeah.
But you kind of understand that like this is just like soccer players.
Yeah.
They gotta like come on, give me a call, give me a call. They're begging for it.
Right.
But it does make the spark go.
Yeah, especially when you see the lowlights, like all of them together. You're just like, damn, this is basketball.
Shaq did a fool.
If he retired right now, does he have a shot at claiming the GOAT status? Now that there's a lot of talk that like he hasn't really had a lot of success lately. So and he just keeps on adding to playoff failures.
I mean, I think the GOAT status thing is like there's no one metric to measure it. Like you would think it's like how many rings you got, but then it's like, okay, well, he doesn't have as many rings, but he's also got the most scored points ever in history.
Yeah.
So you can't like deny those things. Like Steph Curry's in the conversation because he's the greatest shooter of all time. MJ, like of course MJ because of just his legacy and legend. Kobe's in the conversation even though he doesn't technically have similar stats, but it's like it just really depends on whose dick you ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, who you're a fan of.
But Jordan has 6 rings and he played way less. So I think that's pretty
true.
strong.
I think what Jordan did in his time is like undoubtedly
Crazy.
GOAT status.
Yeah.
Like he just changed the culture of it.
Right.
I think Kobe is my favorite just because he's my favorite, so
Yeah.
he's in the conversation to me. I think
Because you're personal bias.
yeah, I think Steph Curry actually did change the game of basketball because of the way he was just shooting. Like people before like Steph Curry, like you were almost doing most of your field goals in the paint. Like everything was inside 2-point shots. And this guy was just like launching threes in like half a millisecond and always making them. So suddenly everybody's like, we need to shoot threes only.
And then Caitlin Clark comes out of nowhere and is like the female Steph. And then everyone's like, yo, WNBA, well, let's check this shit out.
Do you think you have a racial bias because all the guys you like are black?
Yeah, I hate white guys.
Damn.
I write that on my chest.
It hurts. Feel that
What
felt
about Jeremy Lin? You throw Jeremy Lin's name one time.
I think Jeremy Lin was fucking amazing.
God, what a time.
that year. What a fucking time. He made Time magazine. Like that's insane what he did.
He beat Kobe on Christmas Day.
Did he get tired afterwards after Linsanity? Because he wasn't able to catch that ride away.
Yeah, what happened?
Playing in
with that?
Taiwan, you
Was
know?
he?
Yeah. But like that's still crazy. I would rather for one season be like undisputed legendary conversational and then like disappear than like just be great like
What's the story behind that anyway? Like I know he like blew up and we were all crazy about it, but like what happened that like
he
it
just had a miraculous year.
I just feel like defenses were like, all right, this guy is crushing us. And then eventually the whole NBA, once he got, like his name was the
Yeah.
biggest name, everyone was like, all right, we can't take this full lightly. We got to fucking crush this dude. So everybody just, all their game plans were just making sure that he gets stopped because he's the point guard. He's running the offense.
Right.
And when he was beating all these teams that they weren't expecting him to beat, I think everybody was like, no way, Jeremy Lin. Like Kobe was like, who? Jeremy Lin gonna drop how much on me?
putting up imagine like you know when you're just like hot on something. Usually that lasts for like that one moment, that one night. This guy was doing it every night, consecutive.
He was doing that for like 15, 20 games.
Yeah.
And it was a crazy run.
out of nowhere.
But eventually, I think everyone just said, "Fuck this! We're gonna stop this dude."
and then he just didn't get renewed for his
and he was stopped.
Well, he got a big contracts to play other teams, but then again, you go to a different team, different system. Other players want to be the stars, you know. So it's like there's so much like team chemistry that matters whenever you switch. So it's
And
like
how did
you could be the best player, but if you get put on the wrong team in the wrong system, you may not excel as the best player.
How did he end up like not in the NBA?
I think it's just over time, he kept getting switched to different teams. He probably had a little bit less success. They're probably being like, all right,
Benching him more, less
Yeah.
pay, contracts are like, getting washed out. People aren't trading for the right reasons for him.
That sucks.
And then they were like, all right, well, you want to play overseas? And I'm pretty sure the money overseas was probably better than what he was getting in the NBA.
Staying in the NBA.
He got a ring though, didn't he?
Did he?
He was on a team that they won a championship?
Does he have a ring?
No, am I tripping?
Oh, you're going a little faster than
Probably not.
Yeah, I think so.
2019?
Yeah, with the Raptors.
Oh, he won with the Raptors. But he wasn't like playing that much. I think that was one of his last seasons.
Damn, dude, that's too bad.
When Linsanity happened, was he with Golden Gate?
No, he was with the Knicks.
Oh.
And the story was crazy because he was sleeping on his teammate's couch. He was on like a 10-day contract. My dad, he tells me the story every night. He wants me to remember about Jeremy Lin. He'll send me videos to this day. Like
Wait, who sends you videos?
my dad.
Oh, your dad
That was
really
a
liked it?
glorious moment.
He'll send like one of the coaches, like his name is like Mike D'Antoni or whatever, and he'll send me a video of him talking about Jeremy Lin, and I'm like, Dad, this is from like 8 months ago. Why are you sending this to me? It's over. Just give up on the pipe
Do you
dream.
think LeBron stays a Laker?
I
If he
think
comes
so.
back?
Yeah,
Because I think
sure.
I think if he one, Bronny's there right now.
Yeah.
And then two, like he's clearly at the tail end of his legacy. You don't want to like do what like Jordan did and like came back to like the Wizards and then just like You know, you
Yeah.
might as well just finish strong and like be good. Like the fool's already like a billionaire basically.
Yeah.
His legacy's cemented. There's no point in trying to like revival unless they like build some super team for and around him again to give him a true shot, or the contract and the money is so undeniable, which not many people are going to be willing to trade for that right now.
You think they're gonna try to pick up a big guy right now in the offseason?
I think they need to.
You have to give some.
Who they could give it up? They're not giving up Austin.
Austin Reeves, I think. Well, it just depends. Like, so for example, like I don't think they're gonna get him, but like let's say Giannis Antetokounmpo, right? Like to trade for him,
Yeah,
you would need to
give
give
up
up real people for that. You're obviously not giving up Luka. You're not gonna give up LeBron.
That's why when they were gonna get that center from Cleveland,
Yeah.
like, why didn't that go through? Do you know why that didn't go through?
They said something about like he didn't pass some sort of physical test. I don't fucking know.
That's some bullshit.
It looks like it's on some weird shady shit. Maybe on some undercover stuff he was like on some like fucking gear or some shit. I don't know.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
You do some shady business, like we can't have you in our Lakers empire if you're gonna do this kind of stuff.
Low key.
What'd you think of the Pistons last night?
Honestly, I took a day off of basketball.
Did you?
After the
You're
Lakers
too sad?
lost. I took a day off.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't fucking do this. I'm too emotional. I've been losing money left and right.
You put a bet on them?
I put a bet on almost every playoff game.
You've been losing them all?
Bet up until my last one. My last one was a Hail Mary. And I only bet like, Nina was like, how much you bet? And I was like, dude, it's $5 at a time. I just want to enjoy everything. Okay?
exactly.
A little bit.
Is it $5?
Except for the Lakers.
Yeah.
How much you put on Lakers?
I only put like $50.
Okay.
Other than
What were the odds?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Were they favorites?
Still like very low. That's
Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
We do
Well,
responsible bets.
Yeah, it's because we're just betting every
Just
day.
spend more on the food you eat during the game.
I might average like $20 a day because I'm betting on like multiple games or multiple parlays.
Yeah.
I gotta stay away from gambling, guys. If I'm with you guys,
Oh, it's gonna be fun, Joe.
and then you guys are gonna start spending more too.
Nah, I know it's gonna be fun.
We're pretty reasonable. Sometimes we'll put like a $3 bet on something just because it's like we want to be involved.
That's it. You just want to feel
It helps
something.
you, yeah.
You know how you're just emotionally numb all day and you don't really feel anything? We just want to feel something at night.
At least you're not just buying scratchers tickets or something.
Yeah.
When you guys choose your teams, like, what's what's your reasoning behind it? Like
go,
when so early.
The Pacers, that's my team. And
I love
feel
yellow. Yeah. Yellow's my favorite color.
Like in general, having an emotional connection to a team
It's
is just
bad.
the most fun.
Yeah, but it's bad for betting, but it's fun.
Because if you just go on the numbies, right? Like it's dry. It's good if you win, but it's still kind of dry. Is all. You want to be like, I fucking hate this team. Like Denver Nuggets, I know they're a great team. Fucking hate them.
Why do you hate
I
them?
do
They
too.
wiped out the Lakers, multiple playoff runs, and they just like Jamal Murray. I hate that motherfucker because he's like the number one.
He's a baller, bro.
Baller in terms of like regular season, he's like okay, and suddenly in the playoffs he turns into like an all-star. Yeah. And
If I
it's
see,
like
if I just meet
dominates
one
us.
shitty fan, like I know like 2 shitty Denver Nuggets fans, and now I hate the Nuggets.
Do you guys think you'll ever be like those guys, those professional sports bettors that get into the numbers, stats,
I'm
everything?
more likely to live under a bridge, dude.
but still betting.
Yeah, but still betting. Yeah, fuck it.
You just like
There's
enjoy.
no.
I'll always find a way.
The problem is I ride, right? Because I like my teams and I
That's the
ride.
fun part. That's the fun part.
That's what I like about it.
Because when you make a bet and you do it, like you said, by the numbers and you win, it doesn't feel as good.
No.
It doesn't feel as good as when you bet on your emotions
the
and
fun
then
out.
they win, and then you're like, oh my god. this
And
is-
plus, you low-key always want to bet for the underdog, which is against the numbers.
Yeah.
But that's also like in favor of the numbers if you win, because then you get a bigger payout.
Yeah. But then if you feel like you beat the book for a second because you won $15.
yeah, and you're invincible. In your
Yeah.
head. You're like, I can't pick wrong.
Like imagine, like I like to imagine how it felt for like people when they but like bet on Cubs when they won.
Yeah.
Like that must have felt like fucking
Oh yeah. Long shot
$1 million, man.
for sure.
But that's how it always is too. It's like the Dodgers, right? It's like you bet on the Dodgers every because that's your team, fucking LA Dodgers, right?
Dodgers.
And then suddenly we get Shohei, and then you win, and suddenly you're like, I knew it.
You're walking around
We're
like,
always number one.
I've always been saying his
out of
name.
my way, brother.
Right, yeah.
But you want to do that.
Yeah.
Like for me,
So betting is like having stakes in the game too, and then you actually win together, not just like you enjoyed the sport,
You're
you
not
watched
just
it.
like sitting at the bar and going like, "Yay, we won." You're going like, oh my god, I need to fucking win this game.
My rent is on this game.
Yeah, exactly.
And even though we put like $20 in, the other day I was joking to Anthony. I was like, it feels like we just lost $5 grand because it hurts bad.
It's funny. There's probably people in that room that did.
Oh, I'm sure, but yeah, it's just way more exciting.
Like 99% of the bets that we make on UFC, well, these fucking hoo-haws right here are talking about all this junk. I have no idea who it is. I just want money on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when we won that parlay, dude, and yeah, dude.
Boys, I'll say this for the casuals, since we've been having to actually put our picks out,
Yeah.
then I'm like, all right, I gotta be serious about these picks. Your boys have been hitting. I've only been missing one on each.
You hit that last one really well.
Well, how come you don't tell us when, like, we
Yeah,
need to
tell
win
me.
money?
Are you betting though when you guys do those picks? Are you not betting?
on my bookie.
Oh, thanks for the invite,
Yeah,
buddy.
wow. What a friend.
TFTI,
I'm saying,
huh?
let's
Get
bet.
in the group chat with Subi.
Let's
Yeah.
hold on, Subi's calling me right now. I gotta figure
Every
this out.
time you do give me these bets, though, the names always look like my cat walked across my keyboard.
And that's how we know they're gonna win.
So I'm like,
That's how we know they're gonna win.
triple check.
I think that's
it
how they
matches
spell
what
Vegas
Nick
fan.
said.
The more consonants in there, the better, dude.
I'm like scared. As I'm putting in the bets, Nikki's like, what's so intense? You're licking your lips a lot. I do that when I'm like really focused. And I'm like, I gotta make sure
your lips.
I'm making the right bet because Nick sent me like, looks like fucking he went like this on the keyboard.
What do you
Those are
bet?
legit. Those are real names.
We either do Station Casino or
Yeah.
I do BetMGM too.
Yeah.
When I'm in California, I do Prize Picks, which is just over/under parlays
Oh.
because you can't use either of those in California.
Oh.
Can't use station in
you
California.
can't just use VPN stuff?
No,
No.
They sniff it.
How do they? That means
Oh,
that.
that's Vegas, dude. Yeah, they got that.
How come you don't go into the casino and do it?
I do that mostly.
Because
when,
you know how fucking easy this is?
Yes, wait. It's like that.
Done. It's in.
Done.
But the atmosphere is
And then you know
different.
what's awesome too? You never withdraw the money. You just always bet it.
Yeah.
Never pull it out.
Cycle continues.
Never
Go,
pull
dude.
it out.
All I do, that's literally all I do.
gambler.
I just deposit onto the station app. Station app probably fucking loves me. They'd probably give me a cocktail shrimp if I ever came in there.
When you're at Vegas and you know when you're,
One with one dipping sauce.
you guys ever sports bet at a casino?
Yeah.
So did they let you change the channel? Like if you're watching.
No. Because they have all the screens. So everything that's on, they have it already in the sports book.
Well, how did they choose? Like, cause you be seeing like college crochet, you have fucking random shit like. You have volleyball, you have
I'm
basketball.
pretty sure that they just put whatever people are betting most on.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like for example, like I went in when we went into Suncoast.
Yeah.
And we're trying to watch like the Laker game, and they wouldn't. The two biggest screens was Vegas Knights because they're playing for the Stanley Cup. It's like everybody in Vegas wants to see this hockey team win.
Yeah.
There's no way they're gonna put our fucking out of region basketball game on the big screen. You know.
And I was just at a pub for the NFL draft, and me and my group of fantasy football buddies, we were all huddled around the TV, and they came up to us like, in an hour, we're gonna change it to the Knights, and we're like, oh fuck.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Well, thankfully,
Sanders though, huh?
oh, that was wild. But thankfully, they were chill after a while. Like they had enough screens, and they saw enough people weren't doing it. But that's how crazy people are about the Knights.
They're doing really well,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're doing great. They just won the series. They just won their series.
They're
Last
always
night.
talking about them and shit.
Should we put a bet on Nice?
Yeah.
Right now for the Stanley Cup?
Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna put a bet on the fights right now. I'm gonna.
Do you guys watch all the games you bet on?
Fuck no.
Absolutely, I do.
Well, sometimes on like Sundays, multiple games are going on at the same time, so you're just like betting parlays and you're just like jumping back. I wish basketball, if it was more frequent, it's like remember like NFL, like what's it called, Red Zone?
Yeah. Oh
where,
yeah.
where it's basically a channel that always changes to whatever game they're in the red zone, or they're in
They're
like
about to score.
they're about to
like,
score.
in the range to score.
So you don't get the in between random shit. It only cuts to when something's about.
That's good. I would watch that.
Yeah.
So if they did that for
NBA,
like
that would be so
basketball-
spastic, dude.
Yeah.
But if they did that for like fourth
That
quarter,
would be so cutty.
fourth quarter,
Yeah,
fourth quarter, if you're
fourth
within
quarter, yeah.
10,
Yeah, fourth quarter, yeah.
no blowout games.
But that's why, honestly, playoff NBA is lit.
the best.
playoffs and almost
There's a fight.
almost every
Yeah.
Every game
series
is a fight.
almost a fight.
Yeah,
It's
that's
almost-
awesome.
They don't do that during the regular season, so it's totally different.
And we're getting to game 7.
Yes, you are.